Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Failure Effect. Now, today is a party like you cannot believe because we're hanging out with the one, the only, DJ Shinski. Welcome to the show.
Mr. Vibes on Vibes is here.
Karibu sana. First of all, karibu to Kenya. I know you're just about to leave, but then, welcome to the country and I hope you've had a blast the month that you've been here.
Thank you so much. I think I'm done with Kenyan. Kenyans, you guys, too much share here. Too much.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like every day? But it's your job.
Yeah, but when a job becomes like every day, hey, man.
Oh man. Okay, but that's exactly what a holiday is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then you get paid for it. So
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna kick off your story with every time I think about it, I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
But like why did you end up with the name DJ Shinski? How did that happen? Tell us.
Wow, it's a very interesting story. So, back in high school, in Hawaii, I went to Highway Secondary School. Shout out to Asewa High. They used to call me. We used to have these nicknames back in the day. We used to tell ourselves like Broski, Kenvinsky, Devisky, and all that stuff. So my last name is Nyaosi. So they used to call me Nyashinsky. And it grew on me and people liked it and everything like that. So I was like, okay, I like this nickname. So when I went to America and then I started DJing and I was looking for a DJ name, I looked. I was like, oh, DJ Steve doesn't make any sense. DJ ones and twos and all that stuff. I'm like, nah. What about Nyashinsky? I'm like, yeah, but Nyashinsky's already taken.
Yes.
Shout out to Nyashinsky. So I was like, what if I chop off the name and say just chop off the last few letters and be like DJ Nyash. Hold on. Before you comment anything, let me finish it.
Okay.
This was way back in the early 2000s, okay? So this is before I actually met some the other Africans, Nigerians. So I started DJing. I was DJing for Nigerians. And there's one party I was DJing at for a Nigerian party. And this guy came to me. He's Nigerian. He's like, oh, God, my guy, you're doing so well. Oh. I want to tip you. What's your name? I'm like, yeah. So I gave him my business card. And the business card had DJ Nyash. Call DJ Nyash for exclusive mixes. He took it and he's like started laughing. So I was like, why are you laughing? He's like, my brother, are you serious? Like, this is your name, oh? I'm like, I have a terrible Nigerian accent, but yeah. So he was like, do you know what this means? First of all, are you Nigerian? I'm like, no, I'm from Kenya. Oh, that's why. Okay, you know what Nyash means in Nigeria? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can cuss.
Go on, we'll just cut it out.
Behind, booty, everything. I'm like, yeah. And we just busted out laughing. So then the next day I had to go back, clear out all my business cards. I had some CDs, some promo CDs, mixtapes back in the day. I had a DJ Nyash reggae mix. I'm like, hey, I need to trash all these things.
Yes.
So we sat down with my little brother. Shout out to Kinsley. We sat down and like, we gotta change his name. So finally, we came up with like, okay, what if we just take the Nya and just keep the Shinski? And then, okay, that works.
Right.
Yeah. So we took out the Nya, Shinski came about.
Oh.
And the rest is history. But I came to research and find out that actually Shinski is a I think it's a Japanese name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
I didn't know that until way later on. I was researching and I was like, okay.
I hope it also does not mean backside. Like this.
Hopefully not. But it's a last. I mean, there are people called Shinski actually in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
need to go to Japan, maybe.
Okay, well, we're grateful for small masses because I don't know how I would have survived doing this interview calling you DJ Nyash, but here we are.
Yes.
So tell me, when did you move to the US and what were the circumstances in which you moved?
So my mom, we got lucky. She won a green card to the U.S. back in 2005. So 2005, I was still in school, in high school. I was doing my Form 4. And so we waited until I graduated from high school in December. And that's when, late December, we moved. And all of us, we traveled. My family, it was my brother, my brother and my cousin, my mom and my dad, and I.
Okay.
We all went to the United States at that time. Yeah.
But one of your sisters had been there for a while before you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's the one who introduced you to the US, the American work culture?
Yes, she
Okay.
did. I want to give a shout out to Violet, my sister. Yeah, without her, I don't know if I'll be able to survive in the in the US. Because she kept me in line. She made sure that she taught me everything, how the American culture works and everything.
Yeah.
So as soon as I moved to the US, she came pick me up a month later. She used to live in Houston, Texas. I landed in Minnesota in December, by the way.
Right. December is a
Snow.
big ooh, my goodness.
First time in America and seeing snow. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
It just makes you want to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But thankfully, my sister picked me up and she immediately put me to work. I was rushed into work, started working. I went registered for school. Everything was like this and this and this you should do. Like there was no time to waste.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Without that, I don't know if I'll be able to be who I am right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So school, what were you studying?
I did electrical engineering.
That's vastly different from what you're doing right now. I suppose if your equipment breaks down, you would know how to fix it.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this an advantage?
Yes,
Okay, all
yes.
right. But besides that, like it's not what you are doing right now. So why electrical engineering?
I think I had a passion for engineering from way back in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like learn. I used to wonder how does power come from the power plant, get produced, come from the power plant, and just transfer it all the way to the house and reach to your light bulb. I was like just wondering how do they do that. I used to like open up sockets and just figure out okay this wires and this and get shocked. I'm like oh okay this is what it is. Yeah, I used to open up electronics. I used to love just learning about how things work. So going to college, I decided this is the passion. This is the path I want to follow, and that's what I started doing. And I think I loved it. I love it. Many of it, like I learned a lot about how technology, electronics, and how the pretty much engineering, how everything works. And the good thing about electrical engineering is that you'll find an electrical engineer in any kind of field
Right.
because you need power, you need electricity.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I liked it. you know.
Okay. So this is a 4-year degree
Yeah.
that you're acquiring. And did you work this job? By the way, what was the job that your sister got you into?
I, so I told my sister, man, I'm an introvert. I just need a job where I can just go and hide myself. So most of the Kenyans who were there at that time, they used to work at manufacturing plants or nursing homes or some other jobs that didn't require like you talking to people. Yeah. So I wanted to go to a manufacturing plant.
Okay.
Just go do my stuff, go home. Don't have to interact with people. But she's like, nah, you need to do this job. So the job was customer service. And it was for a call center for a phone company. It was at that time it was called Nextel. Yeah, Nextel. Right now they got bought by Sprint, and Sprint bought them. So now it's T-Mobile. For those people who know T-Mobile, what it was.
Right.
So yeah, back in the day, it was a phone company. As my customer service, so my job was to answer phone calls 8 hours a day.
And you're an introvert?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So I can imagine, man. In fact, actually, I lied on my resume that I had experience
Oh,
because without that, I couldn't get that job. But yeah, so um, it was nerve-wracking because now I had to actually talk to people, and me with my heavy Kenyan accent.
right. And Americans get touchy about
Oh
that.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely an experience to never forget because people, first of all, they don't understand you. You're talking English, but certain words comes out in a different way that they don't understand.
Right.
So it requires a lot of patience, and thankfully, uh, thankfully, I got the hang of it because I'm a quick learner. But man, it was a ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I guess there must have been something. This was clearly a very uncomfortable situation for
Yes.
you. But then you did it and you came out with lessons.
Yes.
Okay. What did you?
First of all, I learned how to to communicate with the Americans because they have a different accent, different lingo, everything they say, and also I learned how to do customer service. Customer service is very important to any kind of business. So that that was really a big lesson for me that I still use even for my DJing right now.
Okay.
I have to talk to clients. I have to talk to customers, fans, and corporate people and everything. So I had to present myself in a way that um, they can relate to me and I can understand them, and just basic customer service.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get back to that little point because I think it's a very key part and
Yes.
the very beginning of your journey, almost like your soul journey or your life journey.
Yes.
But then back to after you finish the 4-year degree, what happens next?
After the 4-year degree, I immediately went to the workforce, started doing engineering. So I worked for this company. It's an oil and gas company, and I did it for about 2 years. The position was it's called a MWD, which means measurement while drilling engineer.
Okay.
So pretty much what he's saying, like in the title, you take measurements while they're drilling.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So my job was to go out to the oil rigs, go out to the site. It was like really remote.
Yeah.
If I can compare, let's say Wajir or Marsabit,
Woo.
yeah, and he stayed there for months in a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's nothing around, just the oil rig. So we go there for months. My job was to take measurements while they're drilling, make sure they follow the plan for. They already have a plan how they're gonna drill the site and to get to the oil. So my job was to make sure everything is going okay. So I did that for 2 years, and then
Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. That just sounds absolutely boring. Why? Why did you want to sequester yourself, in the equivalent of Marsabit, for example, very far away from your family, your friends, I assume. Why this job?
I think it was. I think I just. I guess at that time, that was my best option. I guess
Okay.
because I did have before I graduated, I did have some offers. I had a job offer in this engineering company. It was very. It's actually the job which I really wanted to work at. But however, they were located in Colorado, which means I had to move from Houston to Colorado.
Right.
And at that time, I was staying with my family. I wasn't sure if I wanted to move. I wasn't comfortable moving, so I was like, let me hold off and let me see if I can get some more offers. Then when it came down to it, before I graduated, all the offers I was getting didn't make any sense. This one made sense because it was based in Houston.
Yeah.
And I'm an open-minded guy, so like, well, we'll see. I mean, it's still engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see where I can just try it out. Maybe I like it, maybe not. So, but when I started working, then I started finding out like, oh, yeah, you're gonna be away from home. Sometime there's one time I went to in December. They took me to North Dakota, close to the border of Canada
Ooh, sounds
and
very
the
cool.
US. Yeah,
Yeah.
in December. So all you see is snow. So they usually give you a truck so that you can after you're done with the shift you can go in town and everything. So the project ended up having some complications.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like a I don't know 4-week job. Ended up being 3 months.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Ay, yeah,
So I
yeah.
spent New Year's there, spent Christmas there.
Oh,
Yeah, my birthday also in December 27th. I spent it there.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the snow, in the trailer, with strangers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we made the best out of it. I did make
Yeah.
some money though, but yeah.
Okay, but that also sounds because oil rigs don't sound like places where you find like a lot of women, which means therefore that there isn't that much to do in terms of social life. I mean, I could be wrong. Is this what it was like?
No, it's absolutely right. I mean, there's the percentage of women is very very few, and I understand it's a job that requires isolation
Yeah.
and hours and hours of work because I used to work 12 hours a day
Wow.
from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I can imagine it's not easy to do that kind of job.
Okay.
So and the closest places where you can go and socialize is like an hour drive. Like you have to drive way, and it's not like Nairobi, Kenya hour drive.
Yeah.
It's American style an hour drive, which is like far, far, far.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, I can understand it's not easy for and not even just women, just anybody to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Okay. And in the interim, because the way that you DJ is it comes from years
Yeah.
of practice. So did this fit into your life at this point in time?
At this point in time, we had to put it in the back burner for a little bit,
Okay.
but I still had the passion. Still had I wanted to do it. So every opportunity I'll get, I'll be practicing. I used to carry my little turntables, a controller, small controller Pioneer. I used to carry all the time. So every time I'm off from work in the trailer, I just go to the bedroom,
And
do some mixing. Yeah.
and practice.
Yeah.
Where did your love of DJing come from, though?
DJing came from, I think, if I can trace it back, my family, we love music. Like we used to listen. We still listen to music all the time. My parents, they listen to back in the day, Zilo Zopendo, Lingala,
Yeah.
Rumba, gospel. Um, I have 3 older sisters. All of them used to listen to like different kind of like soul, R&B, hip hop, 90s hip hop, and all that. So up in that environment kind of tuned me into like listening to music a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and I found out that music it's like how can I put this? It's something that I go to and I feel like I need to just relax and tune in to myself and everything. It's my go-to place where I want to feel safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So with that background, when I went to high school, now I started getting to interact with other guys, and they used to love reggae music and all that. So we used to love music, and I remember one time in high school, my classmate, we used to compete all the time. We used to do this like at the end of the week, we come with a whole bunch of CDs, and he'll be like, "Bam! I got this new CD, got this new music. What you got?" I'm like, yeah, I got this. Yeah. So we used to compete like who got the best music, who has the latest music and all that. So that also like just fueled the music side of me, and also in addition to that, like the matatu culture played a big role.
Right.
Matatu,
Okay.
like I used to go ride the matatus all the time from high school to home.
Where was home?
Home is Buruburu.
Okay.
Yeah, phase 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Aburu Nyaji. Yeah. So I used to, traveling from high school to home. We used to just love waiting for the best matatus to come
Yeah.
with the best music, the graffiti, everything. Just the culture itself. We just, yeah, and you just want to sit down there and just listen to the bass and everything and listen to a DJ mix.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I was like, this is it. I love how the DJ can take you to a different dimension and just like mix this and this song and it just flows. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like this. First of all, shout out to DJ Simple Simon.
Ah.
Yeah, Black Supremacy Sounds. Back in the day, they used to like give out mixes all the time. So that's where my love for making mixes actually came about. Like that influence, yeah, that was a big influence in mine. So um, that just sparked the interest. And when I came to the States, I was like, I need to learn how to do this. Yeah, so I started practicing. I got this software, DJ software, with all the music I collected back in high school.
Right.
Now I'm just practicing with it. And slowly by slowly, practice, watching other people, learning from other people. Yeah, it just came to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Music software. You didn't have any,
Yeah.
Okay, what's that like? Because I hear there's a lot of controversy in the DJ community about who's a better DJ, the one who uses an actual turntable,
yeah.
or the one who uses the software. So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, it's a big argument in the DJ community.
Yeah,
Because people will be like, especially the OGs,
yeah,
they were like, if you don't know how to use vinyl, which was back in the day,
yeah,
if you can't mix with vinyl, if you can't scratch with vinyl, then you're not a real DJ.
yeah,
However, I understand their point.
Yeah.
Because the authenticity of DJing is like, when you look at a DJ, you want to see the vinyls, you want to see him
Yes.
with the headphones and mixing and everything, not just in a computer typing
Yes.
in. That's the authenticity of it. I understand that. However, technology,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be technology.
True.
It's like saying, you're not a real driver if you don't know how to drive stick shift. Yeah, maybe it's good to learn how to drive stick shift, but automatic will still get you the same way.
Okay, I am guilty of accusing people who can drive my.
You see?
I am
You're
one
one
of
of them.
I am.
Oh, man.
I know, I'm sorry. But anyway, okay,
Yeah.
so back to this job that takes you very far away from home for
Yeah.
months on end. What did you do? Did you quit? Did you stay? How did you exit?
Well, I kind of got comfortable. So I was just, going here and here, traveling across the country,
Yeah.
wherever they take me. And then there was a year that, I can't remember which year, the oil prices went down globally. So all the oil and gas companies got affected. They started laying off people. And unfortunately, I was one of them.
Oh,
so
I'm
they had
so
to
sorry.
restructure. And since I was still new to the company, yeah, so they
Okay.
laid me off. Well, it was it was a bit rough because now all the income is gone, and I'm like, now what? I want to apply. Okay, let me apply for another job, but I found it was a bit difficult to get the job which I wanted to get. I wanted to go back to electrical engineering, but I realized that engineering jobs, they either want you when you're like green, like let's say from high school, no, from college, either about to graduate or you just graduated, or you have experience. So I found out that I didn't have experience in electrical engineering.
Okay.
I had experience in this other field, but this other field is not hiring at the moment because, of the oil crisis. Yeah, so it was, I was stuck in the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
For how long?
for about a year.
Oh, wow. So, okay, what were you going through emotionally and financially as well?
Financially, thankfully, I was still DJing.
Okay.
So I was able to get some gigs here and there, but that's just on the weekends. And they were not paying as much at that time. I wasn't making as much at that time. Good thing my parents were still in Houston, so I stayed with them. I was trying to help with the bills and everything. Still looking for a job, and it wasn't easy at that time. Also, at that time, also my mom was sick.
Right.
She had to do a surgery, so in addition to that, I had to take care of her. My dad was also there taking care of us. So there was a lot of family stuff going on. Then also the financial side was a bit stressful.
Yeah.
So the house was a bit stressful.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But thankfully, it didn't last that long and we were able to manage
okay.
getting through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am assuming after this, after you do your year, did you then become a DJ? What happened?
Um, After the year, so the year I was just DJing, and thankfully, the DJing part of it, I was DJing when I was still in school, while I was still in work. So it was slowly building, but I didn't put enough effort for it to grow
Okay.
as much as I wanted to.
Okay.
So it was just like, oh, it's just a hobby, extra money. But that year, kind of like, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Let me take it seriously. So, but I still needed income. So after a year, finally I got a job, another job in Dallas. And when I went to that job, I was still DJing on the weekends, but I was still taking it seriously. Doing private events, doing club events and everything. So, yeah, I think in between that, getting that job, it was a good job. However, it just felt like I still need to do more with my DJing.
Right.
Yeah, there's still more I can do. Because I guess within that year, it kind of sparked the interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the essential genesis of this could actually be a
Yeah.
career. Okay. But then you've moved away from home. Like, okay, so I have a question because it seems to me your gigs used to, at the time, concentrate in the Houston area.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you play wherever you were located at the time?
Or in Dallas.
For example, yes.
Okay. I used to get some gigs here and there. I think also my name wasn't recognized as much, my brand.
Okay.
So it's a bit tougher to get other gigs from, different cities.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a challenge. I can say where kind of like the moment where my brand started now to get to different states was we have this big function. It's called Kenyan reunion parties.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes.
Yeah, back in the day, it used to be huge. Like we go to different cities on the holidays, and all the Kenyans from all over the states,
Yeah.
different kind of states, they'll come there, and a lot of people. I'm talking about 5,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, so I knew that was a place where I can now go and connect with the rest of the Kenyans on the diaspora. And there was this rugby sevens games that were happening.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very, very huge in Vegas. So I decided like I need to go there and be present, just connect with people and see if I can get my name out there. So I used to go pay for my flight and hotel, go there, go to the stadium. I have a whole bunch of CDs,
Yeah.
mixtape CDs, and just stand outside, wait for someone to come. If I can recognize African, I'm like, it's Kenyan. I'm like, yeah, okay. Hey, hi, my name is DJ Shinski. This
Yeah.
is my mixtape. Please listen to it.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. I got my business card here. If you like it, contact me. I did that for almost 2 years, just hustling, just trying to give people my mixes and stuff like that. Because in my back of my mind, I knew the only way for me, my name to get out there is through my mixes. Like if they know how I mix, yeah. So eventually, people started now to get to know me a little bit more. And now I started traveling a little bit. Not as
Okay.
much as I'm doing right now.
Okay.
But it was once in a while.
Okay. All right. So before we get back to the job in Dallas, because you're about to tell us that, I just want to log. We've got one job that made you uncomfortable, the second job that made you really lonely and cold,
Yes.
and then the third job. What happened here?
The third job. So in Dallas, I used to work for a aerospace company. So I used to design um, pretty much the electronic side of it. It wasn't a bad job. I think it was just I think in the back of my mind I felt like DJ I could do something more with DJing. So
Yeah.
it was kind of distracting me from actually like being comfortable at that job.
Okay.
Because once you do that job, most of the time it becomes repetitive, becomes monotonous, and I think also in my back of my mind, what I enjoy the most is two things: it's finding out like how things are made from scratch to finish, and with engineering, sometimes you don't get the opportunity because they put you in different departments, so you can't really. Sometimes you don't interact with other departments.
Right.
And second of all is the direct impact of what you're doing. Like let's say for DJing, I enjoyed when I'm playing and I see the reaction from the crowd, and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when they come and tell me, hey, you made my night, that was good, thank
Yeah.
you so much. I love that feedback. I love to know, okay, my work is what I'm doing. I get the direct feedback. With engineering, sometimes it's very hard to get that because you don't know where your design is going.
Yeah.
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 Or you don't know where your work is going. It's just being put in the what you call it, the what's that name?
It's like your
It's coming up. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come up. Yeah, but it's been put in this I want to say manufacturing line. Like it's
Yes.
yeah, it's here. This is what you do. Transfer it over to the next place.
It's an assembly
Yeah,
line.
assembly line. That's what I'm
Yes.
looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the employees, the management, they were good to me. I mean, the environment was comfortable.
Yeah.
So I can't really complain about it. I think it was just my mindset was in a different place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you quit?
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, I quit. So this is what happened. At that time, my name was starting to get out there, doing the mixes online and stuff. So this guy from London, his name is one of the promoters from London. His name is Tom. Yeah. He called me and he's like, I need you to come to London for a show. Like, okay, yeah, sure. First time in London, I got excited. So I went to
Right.
my boss. I was like, I need to take some time off. My boss was like, yeah, we would love to, but it's a bit busy today, this month, so we can, we can give you the time off that you need.
Oh,
Yeah. I got frustrated. I was like, if I miss this opportunity, I don't know when I'm going to get it back again.
right.
So I thought about it and I was like, okay, well, let's do this then. It's about time. This was the catalyst for me to just like, okay, I think I'm done. So I went back to my boss. I just gave him the
Quit.
letter.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you for the opportunity, but I think I'm moving on. Yeah, he was it was a bit sad, but he understood.
Okay.
Yeah, so quit my job. Now, quitting my job, meaning I don't have any other source of income, like a
Right.
strong source of income, which means I can't pay my rent.
Okay. Okay.
So I decided I was living in Dallas. So I was like, okay, so.
Oh, wait, hold up. But you did do London. You went to London.
Yeah, I went to London. I went to London. It was supposed to be for a week. Ended up extending my stay for a whole month.
Wow.
And it was one of my best experiences ever to travel outside America.
Yeah.
Actually, it was my first time traveling outside America besides Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a wonderful experience. The host, Tom, and his family, they were very, very good. They hosted me for a whole month. Imagine a complete strangers just
Yeah.
like, hey, just stay in our house, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was met so many great people over there. Got to see a lot of things, and it kind of really sparked my interest in traveling as well. So when I came back, I didn't have a place to stay because now I had to cancel my lease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you were jobless.
I was jobless.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot of people in Dallas, so I had to I was like, let me just go back to Houston because I know people there. Yeah. Packed everything, put in the storage, and came back home. I'm homeless.
What year was this?
This is back in 2019, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2019. So I was like, okay. So I talked to my friend. He was like, he can host me for a little bit. So I slept in the couch for a few weeks. Thankfully, I found one of my friends, very, very good friend. His name is Kevin. He hosted me in his house and told me, hey, just come, I have an extra room. We can be roommates. You just, pay me a little bit. And
Yeah.
you should be good until you get yourself situated. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for that. He really came through.
Oh, shout out, Kevin.
Kevin, shout out to you. So so I was like, okay, at least I know I have a place to stay. So now my job was now to just go hard and
Right.
get gigs, DJ, promote my brand and everything. So I started doing that, and then COVID hit.
Ooh, child. And
Yeah.
in the US, it was really bad. The restrictions were really bad.
Yes.
So no gigs at all?
No gigs at all. Everything was shut down. Everything was shut down. Like you can't even get into regular jobs. You can't even do that. So now I have no income, no gigs coming in. I can get a job because
Yeah.
most of the jobs are shut down.
Did you get unemployment benefits?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, since I was unemployed,
Okay.
according to the government,
Uh-huh.
I couldn't qualify for that unemployment checks. People used to get almost $2,000 a month. Like I think it was 600 a week.
Right.
Yeah, it was 600 a week. So I couldn't get that. So now I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I was considering even doing like Uber, delivery, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
was big right there.
Yeah.
Then thankfully, Club COVID came in. The online
Yes.
DJing,
Yes.
DJing online on Facebook. Shout out to the, what was it called? The 254 Diaspora DJ.
Yes. Yes.
The group formed by one of my friends. His name is Frank. And the whole crew, they started providing this platform for DJs to come and showcase their skills to people.
Right.
And it quickly grew. DJs came in and started DJing. The audience grew. Like they had almost 100 plus thousand members.
Yeah. It was the only way we could party. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only way people could party. And yeah, so thankfully, Kenyans, they love music and love to party and love to connect people through music.
Yeah.
So I don't think any other culture would have done that. I think Nigerians did it, but it wasn't as successful as Kenyans. Where we come and support the DJs, we listen to music, and also we connect with people on the chat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came about, and that was one of my big breaks because it was an outlet for me to come and showcase my skills to the rest of the world now, because we are connecting through Facebook. And I started performing there, and people started to know who I am.
Yeah.
The Kenyan audience started to know who I am. All the other countries where they're listening from, they started to know who I am. And thankfully, and I'm grateful for people who started now tipping
Yeah.
the DJs, because that really helped us a lot to get through all that, because there's no income for us. So they started tipping here, $10 here, $5 here, M-Pesa here. It really helped a lot.
Right, because you can't make money off already copyrighted content. So
Yeah.
even if you start a YouTube channel, which you did, you're still not going to monetize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if it's copyrighted, especially music, you can't really monetize or make money from it. Yeah. So
Okay, so far we're up to three jobs now. The first two we know how they've gone,
Yeah.
and then the third one was just not. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't quite hitting the spot.
Yes.
Did you have in the year before COVID hit? Did you have any regrets about the jobs that you had taken or the job that you had just left? Did you? What were you going through?
Um, yeah, I did have some regrets that there was things I should have done in college that I didn't do, or I just like it's not important. Things like doing an internship. I didn't realize how that's very, very crucial for engineers.
Right.
Yeah. If you can do an internship, I give anybody advice. Like if you're doing engineering and you're in college, try your hardest to get a internship, or they call it a co-op, where you can just go work for the summer, get that experience, get to network with the companies,
Yeah.
professionals, because those people will help you eventually get a job if you do well, if you connect with them well. A lot of my friends did that, and they ended up getting jobs which actually they wanted,
Okay.
and they got offers, like multiple offers, like quick. So when you go to a company and the resume and they compare someone who has an internship than someone who didn't do anything, they're like, they'll take this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one regret. I when I look back, I'm like, I should have done that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay because that could have placed me in a different position to get some really uh, more multiple offers for jobs.
But you see, if you had done that, then right now you'd be being an engineer instead of being the DJ formerly known as Nyash. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I regret it for my engineering side of it. However, I think everything happened the way it's supposed to happen.
okay.
The I won't say, okay, let me just take it back. I won't say it's a regret. I
Yes.
think it's a learning lesson
Yes.
that I can pass along to people. But if I did that, let's say if I took a job in the Colorado, I would have been an engineer, maybe based my place in Colorado, start a family there and just live there and
Yeah.
just be an engineer, and that's it.
Okay.
The DJing will be probably like a hobby.
Okay.
I just do on the weekends. Yeah, but I think everything happened for a reason. All those steps guided me through my journey to become who I am right now. Even with engineering, like in the beginning, you said like it's a totally different thing,
Yes.
but it's actually connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
How so?
So engineering taught me how to solve problems because
Okay.
that's the main core of engineers. They solve problems.
Yes.
They know how to. If you have a problem, you know the step by step you need to take to resolve that issue. You're very resourceful. You can research, you can do all that and stuff.
Okay.
So applying that to my life, especially even the DJing part of it, whenever there's problems, I come up with solutions. Like that's my engineering side just comes in. Whenever I need to speak to clients, that's my customer service background coming to me.
Right.
So being resourceful, where I can know now I need to know how to get where to get the new music from, where I need to connect with people, where can I get this equipment, or being very technical with stuff. That's the engineering side coming out.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm grateful that I was able to go through that journey, and it's really helping me like move even further in my DJing career because of that, and that's why that's why I feel like everything just comes through. It's connected. Yeah, I mean, every lesson that I've learned from way back I started this journey is just it's an addition to where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. This is a problem that I've always wanted to ask a DJ directly. How do you solve the problem of a non-responsive crowd?
Non-responsive crowd, man. It happens a lot in the
Okay.
industry.
Even to you?
Yeah,
Wow.
even
Okay.
till today. Till today. I mean, you're gonna get a crowd which just they're not responding.
Yeah.
Like you try, like yeah, they're not moving. Either they're just in a different vibe. Maybe the environment, maybe the club is set up is not conducive for them to move.
Right.
For me, I'm used to seeing people like dancing, moving, shit, nodding their head like this. Like I'm like, yeah, I got you, I got you, I got you. When I come to Kenya, oh,
It's, oh, boy, are we peculiar?
very peculiar.
Okay.
First of all, in America, the difference is in America, like most clubs have dance floors.
Yeah. Yes, this is true.
I mean, right now it's changing in America, but now we have sections and stuff. But most clubs, we have dance floors. And in America also, we are limited in the time that we can party. So most clubs are open from 10 to 2,
Okay.
meaning that Africans will come at 12.
Yes.
Of course.
Because it's what we do.
Yeah, it's a standard.
Yes.
So they have only 2 hours to party. So they have to make sure they make
The most of it.
the most of it. So
Yeah.
they'll come. If the vibe is good, they'll dance. They'll have a good time.
Yeah.
And then they leave.
Okay.
Kenyans, we have, I don't know, clubs. Do they close?
No. They, in fact, like on Saturday nights, they'll
Yeah.
often go all the way into Sunday service, and then guys go home at 6 p.m. Maybe.
That's crazy because the time I've been here, I've never seen a club close or even have, in America, they once it's 2 o'clock, actually once it's 1:45,
Okay.
the bouncer, the security will come and like, we need to be shutting down in a few minutes.
Okay.
So say last call and tell people to close their tabs. All right. 2 o'clock, everybody get out, everybody get
Oh.
out. Yeah, so everybody's like, okay. Here, I've never seen that before, and it's very peculiar. So now, I've noticed now Kenyans, they're more comfortable. They can party until whenever they want to party. And there's clubs, there's just tables and chairs, and there's food. So people are not in a rush.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, we're just used to sitting down
Yes, that's true.
and socializing
Yeah.
and just drinking. It's not a bad thing. I'm just used to like seeing people like up and dancing. So there's very few clubs over here that do that. And so when I find myself in a place where like there's just sitting down and everything, and I'm trying, I'm not seeing people on their feet, not dancing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Does it make you? It must make you feel some kind of way.
Oh yeah. I compare DJing like a guy trying to hit on a girl. You have to pull all your game
Right.
to get attention to this girl. Like
Yeah.
you just want to talk to her and spark that interest. So you gotta have like some special skills.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to get that girl. So same thing with DJing. Like you have to pull this song. You have to find a way to move, play this song and this song that can move. You have to notice the crowd and see what kind of crowd am I dealing with. Is it like older folks, younger folks, or mixture of that, or is it more guys, more girls? And then now you can analyze and see, okay, if we have a lot of women in the club, of course, play some songs which will make them move. Afrobeats, dancehall, some R&B, some really nice song that can dance. And once you get the women dancing, that's when you get the guys waking up and be like, because they want to go and dance with the girls.
Right.
Yeah. If you see a lot of guys, like a reggae. You can't go wrong with reggae. Yeah. What else? I think also learning which the age group also matters. So you can know if you're going to be playing some old school stuff or some new stuff
All right.
or some, some Yondoko Vitukamizo. Like you have to, you have to know you have to know your crowd,
Right.
and also sometimes you have no control. Sometimes you're put in a position where a club, the sound system, they can't play loud music because of residential stuff. Um, so
Yeah.
if people will not be moving,
Right.
yeah,
Yes, that's
because
true.
you need that bass to punch you so you can move.
Yeah.
But if it's not there, you're like, okay, maybe it's just a lounge, just people chilling. So just act accordingly.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, Kenyans and is there an audience that you would never risk playing for? I don't know. I'm assuming, let's say, a heavy metal club. Would you do that? Is that a risk you would take?
Good question. Heavy metal.
Uh huh.
Um, I would love to play, but at the same time, I just know that I'm not too experienced with that. So, and it's not something I listen to all the time.
Okay.
So maybe I might not do it, but I would love to experience it though.
Okay. All right. So, what's your process though? Like, when you're about to do a gig, like, how do you shorten the process to getting people on their feet?
Um, I think experience has really helped me. Just practicing with other crowds and everything. So usually in the DJ software, I have these crates or these folders where I know I have this certain set. It has these certain songs. It has maybe Afrobeats and all that, or hip hop and everything. And so being here in Kenya has kind of changed how I arrange my music. So I have a folder that just says this certain club. So I know this club has its certain clients, and people come there, and I'll arrange the songs over there. So I know every time I go to that club, I can play, play, play. If I need to go to that folder, I'll go and get some songs I know they'll dance to it. Yeah, and I can use the same playlist or the same kind of songs in a different club too, but I just try to mix it up a little bit.
Right.
So to shorten it, I just try to have those sets ready just in case. Usually I play through memory.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just impromptu on the go. Because as much as you can prepare your set, once you get there, it's a totally different thing. You're like, oh, I can't play this. I can't play this song. So
Why, what tells you that you can't play a particular song for a particular crowd?
the way they respond to certain songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when I'm DJing, I'm playing, I know when I play this song, I have three other songs coming up
Right.
in my head. I already know like I want to take them. I usually try to tell a story,
Okay.
beginning to the end. And the story is more like it's like an ocean wave. It goes like this, it
Yeah.
goes this, and yeah, it just goes up and down, but smoothly. Where like I'll take them to a high energy, then just lower it a little bit, then take them back.
Okay.
Because you can't keep them high all the they'll get tired.
Okay.
Yeah. So I try in my mind. I know like I'm gonna start in this energy, go up here, take them down here, then go up again, then finish. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So, COVID did you a huge favor.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I know there are a lot of negative effects. A lot of people lost their jobs, but for you, it was where you learned, you grew your career.
Yes.
So my final question for you is, what's life like now? Now that you've blown up and everyone knows you, like, what does a work week or a work month look like?
Work week, work month. It's a bit different when I'm in Kenya and also when I'm in the States. When I'm in Kenya, like it's every day there's something to do.
Okay.
Either there's an interview I have to go to, there's a meeting, or I have to schedule this, doing some content for the social media, or let's say preparing my music, and then later on at night, go to the club, DJ, interact with the fans. Yeah, and
A Kenyan club that doesn't shut
it doesn't
down.
shut down. Yes.
Have you slept at all this month?
Oof. It's been rough.
Okay.
It's been rough, but I can't complain. It's a blessing because
Okay.
now it's I've noticed that the demand is so high where like they want to book me every day, but physically I can't.
Yeah.
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 Like
Okay.
I wish I could, but I need some few days to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Kenya. It's really busy, and I like being busy.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. So that's why I like to come to Kenya, especially in December.
Okay.
Get that, work and get busy and everything. I like that. I enjoy that. When I go to the States, usually my work week is most of my gigs are just on Friday and Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm usually now doing the behind the scenes
Right.
where preparing content, getting some music done, talking to clients, working on some projects where I know it's gonna come about, and also doing my mixes, and also doing the live shows that I used to do.
Yes.
That's why I get the time to do it. With the live shows, it helps me now to connect with the audience and get more followings and, just entertain them because they enjoyed that during COVID.
Yes.
So I'd like to continue that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also do other hobbies. I like to travel. I like to explore other things like, painting.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that came from left field. I did not see that coming. So you paint?
I do. I've been taking some classes recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So something just to get away from the whole DJing and everything, the industry, because sometimes you need something to get you out of
Yeah.
the space.
So wait, what do you paint? Abstract, still life? What do you? What's your area of speciality?
Abstract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just started though. I'm not that great.
Well, practice makes perfect, as you
Yeah.
would know by now,
Yes,
because
yes, yes.
with the DJing, yeah. That is absolutely fascinating. I cannot
Actually, I have this one rule, which I started years back. I told myself, every single month you have to try something new,
Okay.
something that you've never done before, something will make you uncomfortable,
Yeah.
or anything like that. So every month, it can be like just going to a different restaurant,
Yeah.
going dancing,
Oh, yeah. Instead of being the one who's making
yeah,
people
going
dance.
start dancing,
Yeah.
going painting or something, or maybe there's one time I flew a plane.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
so stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to try different things just out of the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in case you're wondering where to catch a DJ Shinski show online, check out the social media handles that you see on your screen. And I want to thank you very, very much for spending time with us today. I know you are an incredibly busy man. So I appreciate that, and I'm sure the audience does as well. We wish you a safe flight back.
Thank you so much.
And I'm pretty sure you have a gig you just said you have a gig tonight,
Yeah.
so have a good one with that one.
Thank you.
We hope you make it to the airport, lest you find yourself in the club
Oh yeah,
at
yeah.
the time of your flight. And we'll see you next week for another one just like this one.